A bottle of...
Oh, shit. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness.
Where the hell is the fucking Hall of Fame?
Get up, come on, get down with the sickness.
How dare you say such things about a widow?
Did she eat the corpse?
Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Open up your hate and let it flow into me. I can see inside you the sickness is rising.
I think he's some kind of darky.
Seems that all that was good has died.
He living in my coattails.
Oh no, the world is a scary place.
Quiet down on the Christmas show, for fuck's sake!
Now that you've woken up the demon in me.
Whose idea was this?
Why?
Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Mother, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You
Sit on my face.
fucker, get up, come on, get down with the sickness.
Go to get it.
Open up your hate and let it flow into me. Why can't you just fuck up and down and get down with the sickness?
As it is.
Fuck you, I believe this shit, I'm down with the sickness. It's doing to this, you can feel the fucking organ. Down with the sickness.
Speak out.
Here it comes. Get ready to die. Get ready to fuckers.
Die.
No. That song would have been better if it just stopped. It did not need to fade out at the end. The fade out brought it down.
God bless Dave, but I never fail to laugh at his secret codes. I took one out of the update yesterday, and I thought about taking the one out today, but I decided not to because it was just so awesome. If everybody goes to the front page and clicks on today's advertising blurb, WWE's 2 new celeb writers, SummerSlam update, how to get 2 free observers of your choice. You can look at the entire thing. Talks about the lead story, the Adam Lee hiring, AAA coming to the U.S. It plugs what else is in this issue, crowds changing for a promotion, 2 readers headed to work at the upcoming Olympics, etc., etc. And then there's ordering information and the top issues in the history of the Observer, such as January 22, 2007, the 2006 awards issue, which is a double issue. And then rates, how you can order. And then at the very, very bottom, it merely says, eat Ole and Arn Anderson.
What?
Come here. Vinny's going to verify this.
That's true, everyone. It says eat Ole and Arn Anderson.
I have no idea what that means. It is some sort of secret code, and so I've left it in the report. You guys can try and figure it out on your own. I would play the rim shot here, except I really don't know what that means. So, let's get into Saturday's main event. I don't know.
Will not take long.
What the hell did that have to do with anything?
You were just so fascinated by it, you had to bring it up.
What was I talking about, though, that led to that?
Nothing. We played a drop.
We played a drop, and I decided to talk about...
That was your segue.
The secret code at the end of the drop.
I see.
Remember? They said something weird, and we couldn't figure out what the hell it meant. Vince, what's wrong with your brain?
Dude, you have ADD.
No, I don't.
You so do.
In what way?
You don't even know what you were talking about 2 minutes ago.
No, I did, and Vince has already forgotten. We listened to a song, and at the end of the song, there was like some weird language. It was a secret code.
And you've established as a secret code.
Yeah, and thus I played it in a Dave secret code. Eat Ole and Arn Anderson.
Was the code Guten, Gleben, Glauten, Globen?
Actually, let me see if that drop ended with Eat Ole and Arn Anderson, because that may have actually been what they said there at the end.
This is awesome.
Fuck you.
This is great fun. That definitely was not Eat Ole and Arn Anderson.
I thought I heard the word drug.
Yay! I'm already happy.
Barrel of Fun, starring
Chico.
Ass!
Ass. Ass.
You know, I wasn't sure about that early.
He's so passionate.
I was not sure about that early, but that turned out to be awesome.
He's so passionate.
A Barrel of Fun, starring
Chico.
Ass!
Ass. Ass.
You barrel of ass.
That is the new funniest song that's ever been played on. Oh, my God. End the show now.
God for Terry Funk. Thank God for Terry Funk, everybody.
End the show now. I got to get Terry Funk on the show just so I could play him that song right there.
Play him all the ass drops. That and Achy Breaky Ass. Shake Your Satchel Ass.
We haven't played Achy Breaky Ass in a while.
That was my old favorite, but I think it just got passed. Achy Breaky Ass is falling by the wayside to make room for Barrel of Ass.
I don't even want to keep going.
I didn't want to start.
I cannot continue. I just cannot continue. That was too good. Okay, one more time. One more time, then we'll get the show on the road for real.
A Barrel of Fun, starring
Chico.
Ass!
I know it's coming and it's still funny.
Ass. Ass.
That's funnier than us. That's funnier than anything we've ever done.
How the fuck did that end up so funny? What's wrong with me? Wasn't that funny, was it?
Yes, it was. Play it again.
Not doing it again.
We'll do it at the end of the show.
We may have to do it again at the end of the show.
The Barrel of Ass.
All right. Where were we? What are we doing today? Raw?
We're talking about Dark Knight.
How long have... I guess we could. It was a good movie, everybody. Here's another one. I can't wait for the Dark Knight review. I love that. I guess I did promise it. You know what I mean?
Did you? I don't even remember that.
I did promise it on a show we would talk about the Dark Knight. But I was entertained when people were like excited for our Dark Knight review.
As if you would share something that no other movie reviewer...
Exactly.
That every person on Earth has seen this movie at least 8 times.
I believe so.
All the reviewers, I believe, have loved it.
Like there would be some... Like I would note that, for example, Heath Ledger was really good.
Yeah.
And this would be some sort of revelation.
Yes, indeed.
It was a great movie, everybody.
The Joker was creepy.
It was a great movie.
I have some insight to share.
Oh, okay, this would be good.
Because I had seen this movie twice. I actually enjoyed it much, much more the second time. Mainly because there are little, very subtle scenes in that movie that are not paid. There are scenes that are set up and then not paid off for like 2 hours. And when you watch it the first time, it's not clear. But when you watch it the second time and you know where all the characters are going to end up, then it changes the way you watch them in the very beginning. And everything is so perfectly clear. And when you watch it the second time, you realize just how badly Harvey Dent got screwed.
Well,
He was dead right about everything.
shit happens, you know. It was a great movie, everybody.
Yeah.
I recommend everybody go see it. I actually wanted to go see it in...
You haven't seen it in IMAX?
I haven't seen it at IMAX, but I'm going to very, very soon. And then I will give a special review about Batman on IMAX as compared to Batman in a normal movie theater. You can all look forward to that.
I predict your review will be...
No, don't spoil it for everybody, Vinny. Don't
Fine.
spoil it.
Fine.
But I will tell everybody. I will tell everybody what the difference is between the two films. A regular screen and an IMAX. And in fact, you know what else I'll do? Down the road, I will let everybody know what it's like on TV as compared to both IMAX and the big screen. So you can all look forward to that, but I don't want to spoil it here yet. But if you haven't seen Batman, what the hell's wrong with you? I'll give you some insight. I hate superhero bullshit. I hate superhero bullshit. You'll never see me at Iron Man, at the Incredible fucking Hulk.
Iron Man was actually good, too.
I bet I would have liked that one, but it doesn't matter. You'll still never see me at it.
You would not like the Hulk.
Never see me at the Hulk. You'll never see me at the fucking Fantastic Four.
Actually, you won't see me at the Fantastic Four either. But
These are all bullshit movies. I like realism in my movies, which is actually why I got into Batman. Because everything makes sense. It's not like watching TNA.
no.
This guy's got millions and millions of dollars. That's why he has all this bullshit. It's not a mystery. This all makes sense. Everybody's motivation is great. The movie was just a fine film. Vince Russo needs to watch Batman. So,
That's the worst idea you've ever had. Dude, he would screw everything up.
well, he already does anyway, so how could it be worse? Sting
Yes, he
would-
already has a superhero, so why
trying to
not?
think of how he could fuck Sting up after watching that movie, but that's your Dark Knight review, everybody. It was really good.
Thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. The Boogie Woogie Man rap? What's this?
The Boogie Woogie Man vibe. Lot of threats, lot of words from Tully Blanchard Enterprises has been directed towards this man. Towards this man.
Today I have never been dropped from my wig. Hotter than I have by Sheiky Dylan on the concrete floor, baby. Busted the boogeyman, baby. Wide open, wide open. All my people, my brothers and sisters, all my people, my brothers and sisters, in the streets, in the alleys, in the joints, wherever you are. All my people, my brothers and sisters, you know Boogeyman's with ya. You know Boogeyman's with ya. Mount blood, dusty roads, Mount blood, dusty roads. The American dream, the American dream. You know Boogeyman's with ya. You know Boogeyman's with ya. With Tight Jack, everybody knows. With Tight Jack, everybody knows. I don't have to prove it. But Dustman don't have to prove it. They thought by getting to the Boogeyman, if I get to the Dustman, Boogie Woogie Man, Boogie Woogie Man, yeah!
Sounds like Paul Lee.
Boogie Woogie Man vibe.
Over and over again.
Some drops are just too good. That was a good drop right there. Fine work, whoever put that together. Then they interviewed AJ, who I believe referred to Sting as Stink.
I don't know if it's a weird Georgia thing, but every word that ended in NG, he was pronouncing the G.
Stink.
Stink, you're wrong.
He said that Stink was wrong.
No, you said wrong. It's early to be giggling like this. I'm on the first page, dude. You got 3 more pages to go. Stink? Is Stink that funny?
No, but Stink is wrong.
That's what he said. Don't blame me.
I hate the show. I just have lost it. I've lost it.
Dude, we're on the first page. We have 3 more pages to go.
This show's so fucking stupid. Stink was wrong is funny. But it's also funny because
sweating. I'm laughing so hard I'm
It
sweating.
is fucking hot in here. Stink was wronk. And why was he wronk? Because he saved Kurt Angle's life when AJ was trying to kill it.
Yes.
That is why Stink was wrong.
It was the wrong thing to do.
Oh, God damn it.
Man with a 10-inch cock.
Is us.
Brambler. Another faggot son of a... Great. Another faggot son of a bitch. Nicola! The dog!
What?
I don't know.
So angry.
That was awesome. Quiet down, you.
Before it ever got off the ground, in other words.
Of course.
After Sergeant Slaughter left, like you said, you and Nikolai Volkov became villainous tag team, managed by Fred Blass.
This
How
is
did you
a
adjust from
flashback.
working in the singles ranks up top to the tag teams?
Mr. Moroni, I'll be honest with you, it was a pleasure for me to Nicola come my partner, and Nicola, believable, big man, and a strong Russia to speak the language, and it was a great partner I had, and we come to champion, tic-tac team, it was great, and I had a lot of, Sergeant, good friend of mine, we went together all over the world, coast to coast of the country, but one thing I didn't care about, one thing I didn't care about, Nicola, to come my partner, is my partner. Nicola, great man, good man, no gimmick man, no medicine man. Only that will only take his fork and spoon in the room, plug his thing to cook in the room. They have a special gimmick. He fixed eggs, breakfast, with some kind of small little machine. Because Nicola, he loves the money. He wants to save money. He don't go eat breakfast in the restaurant, no eat in the lunch in the restaurant, no supper. But he never cheat his money. He get the food, the steak, egg, come in the room in the hotel, he plug his gimmick, and he cook in the room with that little gimmick, what do you call it? Something like George Foreman.
Grill?
Yeah! He took that grill with him all over everywhere we go.
He carried a grill with him all over the country?
Everywhere we go. And he plug it in the room, pretty literally. And then he go in the Kmart or Krager, wherever, get his eggs, a steak, and banana, orange, apple. Because if you have to swim money, and to go in the restaurant,
Is this the one?
9 years on the Nicola. Nice man. But the only thing I didn't like about Nicola, the last time I booked the Nicola to the Las Vegas, Nevada, that low-life jabroni broke my heart. After many, many years, I take the Nicola in the ring. I was babysitting the Nicola, and I make the Nicola to be the tag team champion. And that jabroni, he is another low-life like the Hulk Hogan, break my heart in the Las Vegas, Nevada, Mr. Maloney. I booked the Nicola to the Las Vegas, Nevada for 2 hours, autograph section, 2 hours, 700. I booked him with my country people, Persian people, this was Rocks, they had a convention in the Las Vegas. As a matter of fact, it was the last year. After 29 years I'm with Nicola, and that jabroni break my heart, because the wood chairman take me to buy gate. I asked Nicola, can you give the wood chairman $2? I don't have a change with me, all is $100 bet I have. Swear to God, that jabroni Nicola, worse than Hulk Hogan. He's another gold digger, and that Jew jabroni, he didn't give the wood chairman $2. And that day Nicola got hit with me, and I never respected Nicola after that, because I'm the man. I make the money. Money doesn't make me. Money gonna be here, Nicola. You and that faggot Hulk Hogan, you gonna be gone for many years. And Hulk Hogan, after I dropped my belt with that jabroni, and he promised me he's gonna call me that low-life gold digger,
faggot, he didn't call me, and he breaks my heart this wrong way, and also you, Nicola. I booked you 2 hours with my countryman, Mr. Mathany, in the Las Vegas, Nevada, the most famous country in the world, and you didn't give the workman $2 because all my money was $100 man.
What if Volkov only had hundreds?
No! He didn't have $100, Mr. Maloney. Now you want to tell me you're on Nicola's side?
I'm not on anyone's side. I just maybe he didn't have any singles.
But I said!
Oh, you saw it? Okay.
We was together that night. He again bring his gourmet dinner for the car.
The grill.
Yeah, and he planned to get a breakfast, and I saw his money. We was room together.
Oh, so he had
yes,
singles.
sir.
Okay.
And Nicola, you are worse than Hulk Hogan. You are son of a bitch. You are gold digger. You are Jew jabroni. Russia since that I never respected Nicola.
Wow.
Let's review. After 9 years of friendship, one day Nikolai Volkov would not give $2 to a wood chipper, and Iron Sheik went crazy. Friendship over.
One more here.
Well, Super Pro, I don't blame Kennedy McMahon been cuckoo or crazy.
Kennedy McMahon been cuckoo. That should have been the fucking Sheik's name in TNA. Wouldn't that have been awesome? Instead of Bashir Amin, Kennedy McMahon been cuckoo. God damn, that would have been awesome.
Well, Super Pro, I don't blame Kennedy McMahon been cuckoo or crazy because I watched the match and between Mr. Donald Trump, the richest man, and all of his sons come, tag the Mr. McMahon from behind and take him down and they cut him, double-cross him, cut his hair. That's because he been cuckoo. I don't blame him. But still, Kennedy McMahon, you play racquetball with me, your son wrestle with me, and still you are a great athlete. Ya Allah, Ya Muhammad.
Can I tell you something? There is no pro wrestling event that could match my anticipation I would feel for Vince McMahon versus the Iron Sheik in racquetball.
Yeah.
I would pay $200 right now to watch that. Shake them ropes.
Oh.
Shake them ropes. Here's a new one. Shake them ropes. 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 Play that again right now.
I thought that was the one with Batista.
Bryan, play it again. That's new. I didn't give that a chance. I didn't hear it now.
I thought that was Batista, and I've never heard it before. Right, here you go.
Shake them ropes. 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 Ah!
That can't be topped.
China buffet.
I don't call all you can eat for nothing.
That's right, Marshall. The food is great. So remember,
I'm to China buffet.
I did, in fact, overshoot my target at the Super China Buffet. I know that's hard to believe. We went to the Muckleshoot Casino in Auburn, Washington. That's right. And I ate an extraordinary amount of food. I drank. And then we went to Craig's, and I did, in fact, eat fresh-baked cookies. So I've eaten too much. I do not regret a single moment of it. We saw a lot of cool people. Junior Horseman was there. And who else did we see?
Cheese Pants.
Cheese Pants was there. And Tyler. And the fellow you took home here tonight.
Jesse.
Jesse was there as well. Granny. And Sonny O'Mara and his wife.
Indeed.
And my buddy Rob from Jiu-Jitsu. Huge wrestling fan. And Craig, of course. Am I missing anybody here? I think that's the majority of it.
The full list, I think.
That's right. Vinny, of course, as I alerted him to bring a camera to take pictures.
And I did.
And he did.
That's right.
And he didn't bring any batteries.
No, I brought batteries. They were dead.
Yeah, so fine job there, Vinny. But I had my camera phone, so I had the lady take a picture, which she was largely unable to do. I will try and post it. It is of very poor quality, but what the hell can you do? But it was a fun Super China buffet day. It was. The only complaint I have, they had chocolate cake. That's a big plus. They had green grapes. That's an even bigger plus.
As you put it, this is worth the money I paid.
Which was $25 each.
For grapes.
Yeah, green grapes. I usually have green grapes at buffets, and I'm a huge fan of green grapes, so that was awesome. However, I was dismayed that they did not have prime rib.
No.
They had corned beef. That was the only meat that they had.
Mm-hmm.
This upset me greatly. What were they thinking?
I don't know. This is not the...
They didn't have ham?
This is certainly not the worst buffet I've ever been to, but it was far from the best.
The food was very good. There was just a limited selection.
Yeah. They had signs saying they had the biggest and best buffet in the area, and this is an outright lie.
It is a lie. They had a much, much bigger buffet in Tulalip.
And much better.
And well, they didn't have cake at Tulalip or green grapes. But the Tulalip buffet is awesome. The pizza here was better than the pizza in Tulalip.
This is the first ever good buffet pizza thing I've ever had.
Sure. Not that it was any good, but it was better. Now,
I should clarify good. Everyone told me, don't eat the pizza, so of course I got a slice. And they still warned me, don't eat it. And I took a few bites and I said, it's fine. I'm not getting any more, but it's fine.
I actually got 2 slices.
You, in fact, did get 2 slices
I got
of pizza.
2 slices. I didn't eat the corned beef, but I had... Actually, I didn't like the enchilada either, I think they called it.
They had a cheese enchilada thing, which was absolutely unedible.
They called it a cheese enchilada, but it was that fake cheese at Taco Bell. I think they just poured a bunch of it into a pan and then separated it and claimed they were all enchiladas.
There were some tortillas in there and some meat,
outright bullshit.
Some meat product.
Yeah.
I will point out the casino was very close to a horse track.
They had really good salmon.
A wide variety.
Yeah, they had 3 different types of smoked salmon, and they had baked salmon.
Yes.
That was all very good. They had mashed potatoes and gravy, so Granny couldn't complain. That, of course, is her favorite part of the buffet, is the mashed potatoes and gravy. And
sweet and sour chicken was awfully good.
I didn't have any of the sweet and sour chicken.
I had plenty of that. I actually had a lot of corned beef, which is very good with the au jus sauce. And I should point out, I sampled the horseradish. They had 2 varieties, mild, which is just what you would think, and spicy. Now, on our board, I think it was Tofino who warned us, boy, the horseradish there is spicy. And I thought, this man knows nothing. He doesn't know what my palate can handle. So I took a giant bite of spicy horseradish.
Which is still true, by the way.
What's that?
He does not know what your palate can handle.
Okay.
Nor do I.
I see. I'm just going to move on.
But I've heard.
I'm just going to move on.
That sounded extremely gay.
I don't know. So I took this, the horseradish, I took a slice of corned beef and just slathered it in the horseradish and consumed it, and I felt like I had been hit directly in the nostrils with a sledgehammer.
Yes.
It cleared my brain, cleared my entire head. It was like a thrill ride. I immediately had another and thought that was enough, and then I had the rest of the au jus sauce they had. The sweet and sour chicken I had, the pizza we discussed, the pepper. I had the peppered smoked salmon, very good.
Very good.
Your fruit of choice was the green grapes. I'm a big fan of watermelon.
I had a banana too.
Banana's very good, but
also good.
I had a ton of watermelon.
Yeah,
that was very good. I also sampled and found quite wanting the cheese enchiladas.
Horrible.
What else did I have?
That's pretty much it. It was very limited.
It was.
Now I got my fill, and I will say that like the smoked salmon and the baked salmon and the cake and the grapes. I mean, everything that I had, with the exception of the enchilada, was largely very, very good. It was high quality buffet food. There was just a limited selection of buffet
the selection was very small. The serving station, I kept looking around saying, "Where's the rest of it?"
I mean, Tulalip was like. That was a buffet.
Tulalip is a grand buffet.
I mean, it's a gigantic buffet. Plus, I mean, they had a man there where he would make whatever kind of pasta you wanted on the fly.
Yes.
He had a pan, and he had oil, and he had noodles and chicken and shit.
And pesto.
That's
and
right.
marinara and Alfredo.
What you wanted, and he grilled it right up for you, right there, all hot and piping yummy.
And that's right next to the Chinese food station, which also has the teriyaki station, and there's also the Mexican food station.
And the American food station, in which there was a great, great deal of American food.
They had the carving station, which had like ham and prime rib.
Fried chicken.
Oh, and really good fried chicken, too.
They did.
We're spending too much time talking about Tulalip.
We should have gone to Tulalip.
In hindsight, I think that's clear. Transportation issues aside, it's just better.
Yeah.
And cheaper.
But I can't complain too much because I did eat my fill. I mean, there's no mistaking this. I do feel that I got my $25 worth.
I didn't realize how much I'd eaten until I got back to my car. And you can ask Jesse. The entire drive over to Craig's, I was basically just moaning.
I nearly fell asleep during the pay-per-view, and I thought it was a good pay-per-view.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like slumped down, hot. I mean, it was really, really warm. My stomach was full, and I'd had some liquor. Bad combination. And I'm trying to wake my ass up so I can go to the gym one more time because I need to go to the gym.
Tonight?
Yes.
Wow, hardcore.
It's open all night. And I began eating, I believe, Friday. I actually began Wednesday, and then I ate good on Thursday. But then I've eaten everything under the sun Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so I got to start now.
Yeah.
But I give a thumbs up to this year's Super China Buffet Day.
It was, as usual, a time of unity, a time of friendship, and a time of gluttony.
Good friends, good eating.
That's it, really.
And a fine time was had by all. And Rob had the time of his life talking wrestling. Big wrestling fan.
Apparently, discussing this with Rob and other people, apparently it's mentioned in Ring of Hell that Kevin Sullivan owns a house in Mukilteo, Washington. This flabbergasted
I don't
me.
know if it's Mukilteo. I think it's on one of the islands.
Regardless.
But yeah,
I would have...
His wife works at a place in Mukilteo, and Kevin Sullivan stopped in.
Yeah.
And gave Rob his number and all sorts of stuff. And we need to set that interview up here on the air, by the way.
That'd probably be a hell of an interview.
That would be money right there. But I actually was going to bring my voice recorder to get a few words from Rob and everybody else that joined us at Super China Buffet Day. But unfortunately, they would not allow recording devices into the casino, and I forgot it. So we'll just have to we'll have to shoot for next year.
You really should just have your buddy Rob as a guest.
I will. At some point, I will. I feel like I have to build him up significantly.
He's great. He's into knowing insider terms. If you still produce that insider terms booklet, he'd love that.
He would. He would.
He'd like to know things like shoot and work and potato.
Yes.
And receipt.
Yeah.
Every new word he told him, his eyes lit up with glee.
Yes. Yes. So I'm going to try and get Rob out to Buddy's because he'd be great. He's a shooter. He's in good shape.
He's one of those dudes. I've been around wrestling a long time, and I go to the gym a lot. I see big men all the time. Rob is not just a guy who works out and is in shape. Rob just carries himself like an ass kicker.
Well, Rob is in the military,
and he
has been for over a decade.
He is a career soldier who practices jiu-jitsu on the side and trains fighting dogs for a living. It's not fighting dogs. Security dogs.
Security dogs.
I said fighting dogs, and he got a little... He corrected me.
He did. Now, what would the back of his shirt say?
I don't know.
Not man's best friend.
Not every man's best friend. I said this snarling wolf.
He's like, I'll take you down to the pound and you guys can meet the dogs. They don't have to bite you, he says.
I was like,
this is an option that I might say, let them bite me. This might be fun. He goes, you don't have to put on the suit.
On the one hand, I didn't want to go see the dogs because I'm afraid they would bite me. But on the other hand, I didn't want to say no because I thought he might take it personal and sick the dogs on me.
We saw Batman on IMAX, and in that movie, Batman is in fact attacked by a dog. And he demands a more powerful bat suit.
Yes.
So the idea of Rob giving me a suit to put on that will protect me from these wild dogs biting me, that's not happening, okay? Not only that, but he mentioned that he tried to triangle one of the dogs, a head and arm, from his guard, and the dog got out. So I'm not fucking with these dogs.
He also mentioned that one of the dogs that he pulled hamstring.
Yes.
Which, I say the same thing I said to him. I didn't know dogs had hamstrings.
Of course they do. How do you think they bend their leg?
I don't know. I don't know how dogs work.
What do you think they called it? A hound string?
I don't know how dogs work.
Like humans. They got muscles.
Their legs don't bend the same way.
A dog's leg still has to bend like this. That's your hamstring.
Whatever. Anyway. But,
you normally, Vinny, you're one of my smarter friends, but in this instance, you're fantastically dumb.
Well, I've never denied the fact that I'm prone to moments of pure, complete idiocy. But, yeah, I don't know how dog muscles work.
You realize all mammals are largely...
Yeah, but if you look at a dog's legs, they're reverse articulated.
So there's still got to be a muscle there.
So the hamstring's just the front of the leg?
It's in the back. Still got to bend that way. A dog's leg is still going to bend like this.
Yeah, but it bends the other way, though.
Like this. That's the hamstring that pulls it that way.
Okay.
Here's a visual everybody can't see. All right, enough about Super China Buffet Day. I just got to conclude by saying a fine time was had by all. Thanks very much to everybody that showed up. The streak continues. We've still not met anybody who showed up that was an asshole. That's always nice. So, yeah, that was the story there. just going to get the show off right by giving you all a warning. Not all of you, a portion of you. I'd say about, 20%, maybe 30%. If you're a fan of TNA, I recommend shutting this show off now. And I want to, I will say first off, before I go any further, that this was a much better Impact than usual. I will not lie.
There was plenty of really good wrestling.
There was some really good wrestling on this show. Now, I want to start off by saying that in the last 24 hours, we have posted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 radio shows. This will be the 6th.
That's insane.
And I've got a Tough Talk, a Carl Stern, and a 5-Star Radio that I have to post. And I guess I'm just going to post them in the morning to try and space everything out. That's 8 shows in the last 24 hours. So there's no shortage of radio. Don't listen to this one.
If you don't like this one, there's more.
If you don't like me ranting about Impact, just shut the show off. Because I have determined, and I know this is no secret to everybody, except maybe to me, the show's just not for me.
Impact.
I don't like it.
No.
The show comes on, and I can think of 100 things I'd rather do than watch this show. Now, some of the people, there's some people on our board that have been very loud complainers about me bitching about Impact. And what's funny is they happen to be fans of a certain type of wrestling. And perhaps if I presented some lucha, they wouldn't like it, because lucha may not be for them. Or perhaps if I presented them with some MMA, they'd say, just not for me. Because, everybody has something that they like, and everybody has things that they don't like. And Impact is just not for me. And I actually got even more angry about this show because there was so much good stuff on it. And it made the stuff that wasn't good make me so much more angry.
It stood out more.
This is what I like in my wrestling, okay? I'm going to just tell everybody right now, so there's no mistaking this. I don't want to feel stupid when I watch wrestling. Wrestling is rather stupid, quite frankly. It is a wacky, fake sport with goofy characters and sometimes embarrassing characters and embarrassing angles. Nobody likes to feel dumb or embarrassed when they watch a show. I want something that I can watch and feel good about what I'm watching. I don't feel like that when I watch Impact. I'm going to tell you why. All I ask is just for everything to make sense in my wrestling. I watch lucha, and if you watch lucha expecting it to be like American wrestling, it's just not going to work. It's different. That's fine. If I am watching lucha and I'm in a lucha mood, and I know that all this wacky stuff is going to happen with Super Porky, it all works in the universe of lucha. Fine. Same thing with Japanese wrestling. Japanese wrestling, they hit each other really hard. Great. That's the way it's done there. In hardcore wrestling, I'm not a big fan of hardcore wrestling, but my God, have I seen some great hardcore matches. Because a great hardcore match, it works. Everything makes sense in the context of the match, and it's just great. It's the reason that I could say that about any type of wrestling or MMA. I don't like Impact. I do not like the fact that the rules are so inconsistent throughout the show. I don't like the fact that every time I watch the show, I ask logical questions and there's no answer for them. Why, for example, just out of curiosity, why in a match can you have two girls hit the ring and have a cat fight right in front of the referee and have one guy hold another guy with his arms behind his back so that his partner can hit the man right in front of the referee, and this is not a DQ? Now, if every match on the show had a lack of rules, I would be fine. But when in the opener, that's allowed, and then later on in the show, I watch another match where another guy runs in, and this time it's a DQ, I just can't handle it. I don't want to watch that stuff. I do not want to watch a show like that. Now, it's my job to review it. I'm going to review it every week, but I'm not going to like it, everybody. That's just the way it is. This is not my thing. There are things on the show that I'm going to like. Gail Kim and Awesome Kong was great. That was a great match. And you know what? That was a match where there were a couple of run-ins, sure, But that's fine. It was a hardcore match. It was a street fight. So, let me ask this question. You had a street fight. We had Raisha Saeed run in. And was that the only person that ran in?
During the match, yes.
Okay, that's fine. So Raisha Saeed ran in, and I'm fine with that. Because it's a street fight. There are no rules. In a street fight, men can run in. It's not going to be a DQ. So the next match is a ladder match. And we've got Joe and Angle on the outside, Booker and Joe on the outside. Every now and then Booker will start to do something, or he'll cause a little bit of trouble, and then he'll just stand back out on the outside again. Why don't you just get involved? Why don't you and Joe just get in the ring and attack both guys? It's the same rules as the street fight. Why are you heels and babyfaces obeying no rules?
The funniest part about that is...
You are so dastardly. You are so dastardly, Booker T, that you will interfere if you get an opportunity here when you think the ref's not looking in a match with no rules. But you won't just go in there. I just don't like this.
The funniest part about that particular detail is that match started with the greatest opening to a ladder match I ever saw, wherein Kurt Angle had his buddy Booker distract AJ at ringside while Kurt tried to set up the ladder and frantically climb it. And the ref was fine with all this. There was no DQ as AJ and Booker brawled. And I thought, yes, this makes sense. And then it stopped making sense.
No, it stopped making sense immediately. I don't like the fact that the two big angles, there are two big angles in this promotion right now. There are two big storylines. One is the Black Bat, and one is the Silver Guitar. Now, the Black Bat has to be Sting. That's the storyline. There is no other explanation except that it has to be Sting. There's only been one man in this entire storyline that has brought up, hey, maybe somebody else got a Black Bat. Are you sure it's Sting?
And that person was immediately shouted down.
He was. And Joe said, no, seriously. It's a Black Bat. It has to be Sting. Okay, fine. If it's a guy's gimmick, it has to be them. However, we now have a Silver Guitar, which has made its appearance for 3 weeks now, and that is the biggest mystery in the company. Nobody knows who it is. Nobody can say this man's name. His fucking ring music accompanies the guitar, and this is like a mystery.
Well,
this makes me feel dumb.
It's not such a mystery. It's like they're so happy at his return they cannot bring themselves to say it.
No, it's a mystery. It's a mystery. It's called the mystery of the guitar. This is a mystery. What is mysterious about this? There's one guy that has used a silver guitar in the entire history of this company, and his ring music plays.
That is also
what part of this is a mystery?
I don't know.
However, when Sting's music plays and a Black Bat appears, there's no mystery. It has to be Sting. This makes me angry as a viewer. This is why I cannot enjoy this show. I just can't. That's all there is to it. And like I said, if you love Impact and you can look beyond this stuff and you think this is a brilliantly booked show and it's your favorite show of the week, great. And some people, I'm sure, will go on the board and scream about how I am the biggest detriment to the site. I am turning off listeners. People don't want to hear this show anymore. Meanwhile, we have a poll asking, what match are you looking forward to more than any other? And there's always a match at the bottom of the poll, and it's always TNA. Every single time. Because TNA fans are always the loudest. They're very loyal fans. They're very, very loyal fans. Their voices will be heard. However, their voices are not the majority. I am not in the wrong here. All right? I actually get out of this house, and I go to Affliction, or I go to UFC shows, or I go to pro wrestling events, to Layla Championship Wrestling. I'm going to go to WWE when they're in wherever. And it's not like there are TNA fans everywhere clamoring about this promotion. It just does not happen. Nobody watches this show. So I feel completely confident in continuing to express my hatred for this show. And I'm not going to come onto this program and lie. I am not going to lie and pretend to like something I don't like. You are paying to hear my opinion. And my opinion is, I don't like this show! And I'm not going to lie about it. Now, I will be fair. I will talk about things on this show that I thought were good. And there were a lot of things on the show that were good. But I got very, very upset when every time something was good, something had to be done to ruin it. That makes me mad. So, I'm also a little more old school. I'm a little old school. And this is what I like in my wrestling. When you've got an opener, for example, the opener this week was Robert Roode against Hernandez. They were having a really good match. I enjoyed this match. I watched this match and I thought, I'm going to like Impact. I'm going to make myself like Impact today. And this is a good match. And I was watching it, and they got the heat on Hernandez, and it was fine. And then Hernandez started to make his big comeback, and that's when stuff happened.
A lot of stuff happened.
Hernandez made his comeback, and then he got cut off. And then he did some more moves, and then he got cut off. And then girls hit the ring. And then Storm tried to interfere and hold Hernandez, but Rude ran into Storm and knocked him off the apron. And then Hernandez did a move or something like that and got the pin. I don't even remember, because as soon as the girls hit the ring, my interest in this match just ended. Now, I want wrestling where in the opening match on a TV show, you have a bad guy and you have a good guy, and the bad guy does some stuff, the good guy makes a comeback and wins. And in the end of this match, that's what happened. Now, if anybody can give me one good reason why in the opener of this show, in what was a perfectly fine match, you had to have girls interfering and a partner interfering, which did not lead to the finish. If anybody can give me a good reason why that had to happen, why in the opener of Impact you couldn't just have Robert Roode get the heat on Hernandez make a comeback and win, which in the end, Hernandez just won. If you can give me a good reason why they couldn't do that, I will give you $100.
Let me think here.
Nobody will. Nobody will give me an explanation that I find valid.
100 smackers.
The reason was they needed to get some more people on TV.
Mm-hmm.
They had to get the girls on TV. They had to get Storm on TV. That's not a good enough reason for me. I just want a match. I was enjoying this match. If this would have been the exact same match and you would have took all this crap out, it would have been great. Instead, they had to put the crap in, and I'm sitting there going, why isn't the ref DQing these people? What the fuck's going on here? Why is Storm interfering and grabbing a man right in front of the referee? All of this. I don't like it. I don't like it, period. I don't like it.
You done?
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier that you don't like stuff that makes you feel stupid. I don't like stuff that makes you feel tired. I don't want to have to work to pay attention to a show. I have to work to pay attention to...
Oh, one more thing, by the way. Hate to interrupt you.
No, you don't.
If you like Impact and you're still listening, I don't want to hear you bitching, because I gave you fair warning about 10 minutes ago. Now go ahead.
I don't want to think about people kicking out of WrestleMania, not WrestleMania finishers, but Rob Roode here hit a blockbuster on the second rope for a 2.9 count in the opener. I don't want to think about dramatic moments. I don't want to get tired in the opener. I want my emotion to last for 2 hours. I don't want to get spent after the opening match. I don't need super close near falls in the opener, let alone super close near falls with two girls running in and a guy running in. It's all just too much for me in the opener. There's going to be two guys doing some moves, and one guy hits one and wins.
Then we had AJ doing an interview with Kurtz Metals, and he said that he was going to have a ladder match tonight, for free on TV, by the way. And what can be said, except that there's one of the reasons nobody buys pay-per-views is there's no reason to. Everything is always given away for free on TV. I mean, I yelled at SmackDown for this last week. SmackDown, and I think ECW as well, where the babyface challengers all left with their head held high. And it was stupid on SmackDown, too. It's not just an Impact thing. It is stupid any time in wrestling where you've got a pay-per-view coming up, and on the last show before the pay-per-view, the babyface lays out the heel and leaves with his head held high. What are you paying for?
You know, I remember like a month ago on SmackDown, there was an angle with Edge and Vicky where they were about to reconcile, and Vicky announced, by the way, I brought back Undertaker, and you're going to wrestle him in Hell in a Cell. And they didn't wrestle in Hell in a Cell later on that show.
No. You pay for it.
They didn't wrestle the next week.
No.
It was like a month later. And they spent a month making you think about it and making you hype for it and making you want to see it. So by the time this match happened, it was a long-awaited Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah.
This one, they announced a ladder match, and
you know, let me say one more thing.
A little more than 90 minutes later, it was over.
Let me say one more thing about my Impact hate. I really would like to like this show. I don't know if people understand that. I have to watch this show every week.
So you may as well like it.
I really want to like this show. If anybody thinks that I want to hate Impact, think again. I want to like everything I do in my life. There's nothing in my life that I do that I don't like, or that I want to do that I'm not going to like. That's not how I am. Some of you clearly are, because you know you're not going to like me ranting about Impact, but you listen to the show anyway. All right? That's not how I like to live my life. I want to love this show. I have to watch this show 52 times per year.
God, that's depressing.
I have to spend 104 hours of my life every year for the past 6 years watching this show. I would like to love it. I would like to wake up every Thursday and go, I cannot wait for Impact tonight.
Hooray,
as
Impact Day.
God Almighty is my witness, the Lord in heaven above, I swear to God on a stack of Bibles, as a reverend, I want to like this show. This is not my fault that I can't like it. It's not. I want to like it. Where would I find John Morrison's poetry on WWE.com?
I don't know. The last funny thing I found on there was there's a game where you try to match up what CM Punk said about somebody to the person he was talking about, and depending on how many you get a video of CM Punk either congratulating you or encouraging you to do better. And it's a CM Punk promo exclusively for 6-year-olds, and he's very polite. He's
well, let's play it.
Quite a cheerleader.
This should be fun. All right, let's see. CM Punk is a fighting champion. Guts and a positive attitude are just a couple of reasons why the straight-edge superstar earns the respect of both our fans and his fellow competitors. His quiet, determined work ethic is never overshadowed by a mouthy, over-the-top personality, which means he's a bit of an enigma. But now is your chance to get to know Punk better outside the ring. Just match Punk's quotes with the person he was talking about. If you match all 8 correctly, you will earn a discount at WWE Shop. Simply click on one of the photos and drag it to the correct quote. Wow. All right, who did he call stupid? We've got Matthew McConaughey, Mike Adamle, Ric Flair, iPhones, Will Ferrell, Madonna, Gordon Ramsay, or the Hogan family.
You're asking me?
Yeah.
I play this game, so I know a few of the answers.
Okay, stupid.
I'll tell you, this one's really obvious. I got this one the first try.
Will Ferrell.
No.
Matthew McConaughey.
Wrestling related.
Hulk Hogan.
Correct.
All right. What, you didn't tell me anything?
Yeah, no, you have to. You guess. You make 8 guesses, then you get a video.
Fine. Overrated. That's got to be Will Ferrell. Uh-oh. Oh, you got to do all 8 first?
Mm-hmm.
I see. All right. Stoner. That's got to be Matthew McConaughey. Cheater. Ric Flair. Awesome. Gordon Ramsay. Wow.
I have no idea who that is.
Mediocre at best. Mike Adamle. Oh. The best. iPhones. And wacky. That's got to be Madonna. Uh-oh.
Hey, I know you know me better than that. Try to remember which ones you got right. Keep trying. I'm pulling for you.
Is that not the best? It's the best thing ever.
Now I got to try again and fail again and see if he gives me the same warning. All right, let's see. Stupid, Will Ferrell. Overrated, Gordon Ramsay. Stoner, Mike Adamle. Cheater, iPhones. Awesome, Matthew McConaughey. Mediocre at best, Ric Flair. The best, Hogan family. Oh, and once again, Madonna is wacky. Uh-oh. That was an epic fail.
Hey, I know you know me better than that.
Oh.
Try to remember which ones you got right. Keep trying. I'm pulling for you.
Fuck you, punk! That's lame. Do you know all the answers?
I can remember some of them.
Okay, I'll try one more.
All right.
Stupid.
Hogan family.
Okay. Overrated.
Don't remember.
Better not be Ric Flair.
Ric Flair is the best.
Okay, Stoner.
McConaughey.
That's got to be McConaughey. Cheater. Uh-oh.
Forget.
All right, awesome. Oh, that was Gordon Ramsay.
That's Gordon Ramsay.
Mediocre at best. Wacky.
Wacky was Adam Lee.
Wacky's got to be Adam Lee. iPhones.
I believe iPhones were overrated.
Overrated. Oh, Madonna's got to be Cheater. That's obvious. Got them all right!
Congratulations. I see you've been paying attention. It took a little while, but you finally figured me out. Keep up the good work, and keep playing Mind Over Matters.
This is better than Impact.
Oh, there's a Mind Over Matters archive. We got to do one more.
Okay.
Mickey James, JBL, or Mr. Kennedy? Pick one.
JBL will be funniest by far.
I want to be chastised by JBL. All right, let's see. Okay. All right, the options here are Vince McMahon, David Beckham, Star Jones, Katie Couric, Pope Benedict, George W. Bush, Michael Cole, and Mariah Carey. All right. Underachiever, I will go with Vince McMahon.
You fool. He would never put his boss in the underachiever file.
Overachiever, I will go with... This is a tough one. Michael Cole. That's bullshit. Come on, I can't even fake that one. Star Jones. Jackass, obviously Michael Cole. I got that one right!
Yes.
Good man, bad church. Who could that possibly be?
Could be a guy with the word Pope in his name.
I'll go with Mariah Carey.
All right.
Done.
Mariah Carey's a good man.
George W. Bush. Overweight. David Beckham. Lucky. Katie Couric. And good God, Pope Benedict. Uh-oh.
You don't know the first damn thing about JBL, do you? You think you can just waltz inside my head and figure me out? Think again.
Very angry.
If you could, you would be a millionaire by now. Instead, you're all hat, no cattle, all show, no go. Pathetic.
That's not very nice. Should we play one more and try and win?
Sure, why not?
All right, if I don't win on this one, then we're just going to give this game up. All right, so what do we know? Good man, bad church has got to be Pope Benedict.
Yeah.
All right.
Vince McMahon has to be overachiever.
All right. Okay.
You know Michael Cole's Jackass.
That's right. I was going to put Bush in there. I didn't know if he was a Republican or a Democrat.
JBL?
Yeah.
He's quite Republican.
I don't pay much attention. Let's see. Who would be good God? I don't know. Who would George Bush be? We've got underachiever, done, overweight, lucky, or good God.
Didn't we do done and that wasn't it?
Yeah.
Try underachiever.
Oh!
Wow.
Should have known
Maybe
that one.
he's not a Republican.
Okay, 4 more. One of these has got to be overweight, and of the 4, it's got to be Mariah Carey. Star Jones.
Star Jones is much better than Mariah.
Okay, I was wrong. Oh, you fucker! God damn it! It was Mariah Carey, for fuck's sake.
Start over.
Oh, and I fucked up. I fucked up all the 4.
You don't know.
I don't want to hear from you anymore. Okay, game over. There's that Mario. God damn it! I shut it off. I can't go back.
It's fine.
What the hell is this?
Some somas and some coffee in me, and then I hit the gym, feeling better, some more somas, and then I'm ready. Today I'm ready to roll.
I've got a perfect puzzle for you. Oompa, loompa, doompa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll listen to me.
What do you get when you guzzle down?
Ball of Jack, Coors Light, pills, lesbians, somas, and some coffee. Jack Daniel's coolers.
Eating as much as an elephant eats. What are you at getting?
Fucking tank.
What do you think will come of that?
I don't think he cares.
Oompa, loompa, doompa-dee-da. If you're not greedy, you will go far. you will live in.
Cash flow, baby.
Like the Oompa Doompa-dee-doo. Doompa-dee-doo.
That made it great.
Then we had the main event. Think about those words, by the way. Of all the events on this show tonight, this was the premier event.
The most important one.
The main event.
More important, by the way, than the world champion wrestling earlier in the evening.
He went on first.
He was the curtain jerker.
He jerked the curtain. These guys, I don't know what they did to the curtain.
Sadly, the curtain was not thrown over them.
Humped it. This is a bad match.
Be foul with the curtain.
This is a bad match. First off,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
First off, is it me or did Kane reveal like 2 weeks ago that he had kidnapped and tortured and perhaps killed Rey Mysterio?
Right.
And he had stolen his soul and broken his spirit.
Right. And he said all this, and then Dave Bautista came out to get him, implying rage, passionate rage.
Dave Bautista fighting for the honor of his little friend.
Maybe the memory.
His little friend, who apparently he still has not seen. They proceeded to do wrestling.
Dave Bautista's first move was to shoot in for a single leg. And Kane attempted to execute a sprawl. And they grappled for a long time. And here's the thing. It was very bad.
It was horrible.
Like, if this had been Kurt Angle and Bret Hart in their primes, you would have said, well, it doesn't make sense, but at least it's good. This didn't make sense, and it sucked a dick.
I've seen some bad wrestling before. This was way up there. This was way up there. The best was Kane tried to do like some sort of wacky single leg trip, and he was going to go to work on Dave's legs. So Dave put the hooks in, but then like they had no idea how to escape. So Dave just took the hooks out and then took his arm.
Right. I remember that part.
You two suck!
I remember one part. It was a similar situation. Dave basically had his back on the ground, and I thought I heard them call a spot, then it was basically, let's get up. And then Dave let go, and they stood up.
I could have sworn I heard somebody yell, sit out, at one point. Like that needed to be called.
You wouldn't know what to do otherwise.
Like that had to be called.
Right.
Some of you, many of you have not wrestled before. And I'm not quite Shawn Michaels. Close maybe, but not quite. I don't remember having to call mat wrestling.
You know, you're not Shawn Michaels.
Maybe there's like a new, I don't know what there is. Who the fuck has to call mat wrestling?
You're not Shawn Michaels. I'm not even Shawn Spears. But if I had a guy in a waistlock and he sat out, I'd go down with him. It's not complicated.
Sit out. No shit.
You know, there's legends of, I forget if it was Regal or Finley, but someone came to the said,
Regal, hold on.
Yes, I'm not sure I can hang with you on the mat. And he said, just hang on.
Yeah.
This was the opposite of that.
So they had a bad match.
So after all this catch as catch can, this freestyle, this Greco-Roman bullshit.
I prefer folk style.
Folk style, thank you, yes. Kane eventually got the heat and started to work over Dave's leg and became the world's biggest, reddest Ric Flair.
Maybe at the pay-per-view they could have a judo jacket match.
Ooh.
That could be for
Good
October.
thinking, yes.
That could be for October. I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to help him out here with different ideas. This match went like an hour. An hour of wretched shittiness.
Kane did a knee breaker. And
then at the end, it was a disqualification.
Yes!
You know the anger that I was filled with when that occurred?
I was so torn. I was of two very strong thoughts. One was passionate hatred and rage. It made me sit through an hour of bullshit for that pointless finish. And the other was just pure, straight relief. I just didn't care. I was just happy it was done. And eventually I think the relief won out. I just said, okay. And then they just kept on fighting, by the way. There was a DQ. I believe Kane was DQ'd using a chair, but then they just whacked each other with a chair a bunch, and then the show stopped being on TV.
All I know is I'm looking at my report here, and Near the end, in all capital letters, it simply reads, "I'll kill your fucking car."
You lost your mind. You absolutely lost your mind.
I don't give a shit.
It's just terrible. There was a point here where the big red machine and the animal, who of course are having a blood feud, Kane was going for some kind of leg hold, and Dave turned into a cross-arm breaker.
You know what that's from? I figured it out. The Big Lebowski. I'll kill your fucking car.
When Walter...
Yes.
Takes the
because
thing.
that's what happened. Kane beat up his leg with a chair, and then Dave beat up his leg with a chair.
Yeah.
I'll kill your fucking car.
I can't believe you compared this match to the Big Lebowski. You should be ashamed.
I should be. I am ashamed.
This was the worst Raw main event, maybe of the entire year, in a long fucking time. It was horrible.
I'm going to see if I can find on
And then the show
YouTube.
stopped.
I'm going to YouTube here real quick.
YouTube, you say?
I want to see if I can find that Kane Big Show match. Remember that one?
I think I look for the scene from the Big Lebowski.
I may look for that one, too. Let's see. Oh, was it ECW?
Probably. They were both ECW champions for a while. Or each was champion for a while.
Let's see if this one's the one. No, that's Extreme Rules. That's definitely not it. Kane versus Big Daddy V.
What are we doing? We're like the worst of Kane. Think about that.
I just want to see if Kane and Big Show is worse.
Before your big match at Night of Champions, tonight...
No, that's the Kane and the Big Show confrontation. I want to find it so that I can tell everybody to go watch it. Because it's the only match that I can remember that was actually worse than this one. Let's see. I'll go one more page here. I'm actually baffled that there's so many Kane and Big Show matches.
And as someone's taking the time to put them on YouTube.
Kane versus Big Show Part 1. That was Backlash. Oh, you know, it was on SmackDown. All right, hold on one second. Whew. Hold on.
What a disaster that could have been.
Kane, Big Show, SmackDown. No, MVP. The Rock versus Kane versus Big Show. I'll bet that was better than this.
I can guarantee it.
Kane versus Big Show versus DX in a video game. Also better than this. Yeah, I don't know if it's on here. Well, amazingly, people may not have put this match on YouTube, which I find impossible.
Perhaps they put it on YouTube and YouTube rejected it.
That could also be.
This fails to meet our standards.
Perhaps Big Show saw it and pulled it.
Big Show had it pulled for pride reasons.
Let's try the Big Lebowski. Big Lebowski Jesus is one of the options here. The Big Lebowski. I don't know if they have the car one. They have a lot of great scenes. Let's play a great Big Lebowski scene instead of a song.
I endorse this as a regular feature.
All right, let's see. What's a good scene in the Big Lebowski?
How about the one in the diner where Walter gets yelled at for using profanity?
The one in the diner. Let's see if I can find that one. Oh, this is a good one. Anyone who hasn't seen this movie should just
go see it.
Yeah,
it's available everywhere.
I'm slamming it tonight.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie. Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
That's not fair.
Let's try this one. This show's ground to a halt, but I don't care.
Is this Jesus at the bowling alley?
It is.
The appeal of this is going to be lost on this here audio program.
How about this one here, then?
I see you roll your way into the semis. Dios mío, man.
Wait a second, that's not even him. God damn it. That was somebody putting in a real accent. Alright, here we go.
This is not a word.
Hey! What's this day of rest shit? What's this bullshit? I don't fucking care. It don't matter to Jesus. But you're not fooling me, man. You might fool the fucks in the league office, but you don't fool Jesus. It's Bush League Sega stuff. Laughable, man. I
I would have fucked you in the ass Saturday.
I apologize for this being so quiet.
Instead. Woo! You got a day Wednesday, baby.
What a great movie.
It's a great movie. For everyone, whether you have or have not seen that movie, watch that scene and focus on the Jesus' bowling partner. He's so great.
He is a great man. I don't even know who it is. Why the fuck is this so quiet today?
Is there a little knob in the corner where you can turn the volume up?
It's all the way up.
Okay.
We already played Shut the Fuck Up, Donnie, didn't we?
Well, you played, it was like a Shut the Fuck Up, Donnie remix.
Donnie, please shut the.
It was. That's. God damn it. All right, one more, then we'll.
Two more.
This Lebowski, he called himself the Dude.
The Dude.
Dude. His dudeness, duder, El Duder.
Just give me a fucking scene from the movie, for fuck's sake!
YouTube geeks suck.
God damn it.
We've gotten one so far. Who are you typing in now?
This show has died!
What show? I forgot we were doing a show.
I don't even care! Come on, just give me a scene! Dude drinks some milk from Ralph's? Who the fuck would want to play that scene? I give up.
That was their favorite part. It's 2 minutes into the film.
I'm playing a song.
That's all that happens. I bet I know where this is going.
Maybe if I didn't type in Great Lebowski, I would have found something.
Are you serious? Taking too long to get to the good part.
This show has died a death.
Okay, here we go. Jesus Christ. Ready to flip that?
Should we just end this show? I've never seen a show fall off the cliff like this one.
Most poorly edited song we've ever played.
I've never seen a show die like this. I just want something good from the Big Lebowski, and I can't find anything.
Still?
Nothing. All of this is like, everybody go on YouTube and type in the Big Lebowski. We've got a bunch of dipshits all doing their own interpretation of the Big Lebowski.
Oh, like they can do better.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Should I play one of those?
Why not?
All right, here we go. Listen to this geek. He's being run into the bathroom.
Oh, right, okay.
These people look seriously
Where's
about
the money, Lebowski?
15.
Where's the money, Bunny, since you're good for it? Where's the money, Lebowski? Where's the money, Lebowski?
Are they actually giving him a swirly?
Where's the effing money, Super?
Effing!
Wait.
It's down there somewhere. Let me take it. Don't fruit with us.
Don't fruit with us.
Your wife owes money to Jackie Treehorn? That means you owe money to Jackie Treehorn. Ever thoughts to deadbeats, Lebowski?
This kid's pissing on the rug.
Come on, don't do that. Not on the rug, man.
This actually sounds intriguing.
It is.
It's a children's theater version of the Big
Do you
Lebowski.
see what happens, Lebowski? Do you see what happens? I'm not Lebowski. You got the wrong guy. I'm the dude, man. Your name's Lebowski. Your wife is Bunny. My wife? Bunny? Do you see a wedding ring on my finger?
I hope not,
Does
youngster.
It look like I'm fruitin' married.
Fruitin'?
The toilet seat's up. Man.
Does it look like I'm fruitin' married?
What the fudge is this?
What the fudge?
Obviously, you're not a golfer. guy supposed to be a millionaire?
Let me read the little thing right here. Brother and I made this to give to aunts and uncles for the holiday.
That's the best family in the world, then.
Not an exact reenactment, but it was fun to make. Fudging.
I would pay to see that entire film, actually.
Oh, God. I'm all sweaty now. I guess we should do SmackDown real quick.
Why bother?
I've had my fun.
Make it wait till another week.
Should I?
Just for fun. Let's look at more YouTube shit, and we'll do SmackDown on Thursday.
All right.
All right.
What can we look at on YouTube? What's another great film?
Tombstone?
That's a great movie. Let me look here. Let's see what we got. Tombstone, the first thing that comes up is Pile Driver.
Great.
That's not what we're looking for. Let's find a great scene with Doc Holliday. What do we have here? Oh, we got another bunch of recaps here. What a bunch of geeks. Let's see. It's like the whole movie's on YouTube. I know what we're going to play. I got something good.
I better know what it is.
What is it?
Is it all a contest?
A contest?
A spelling contest?
That's a good one, too, but that's not what I'm looking for. I put this on the board the other day because it was so goddamn great. Let's see. Okay. All right, here we go. It's not as good without the video, but...
I know guys on that makes more sense than you.
Really? Then let me put it to you this way, cuz. Take the bass line out.
There's nothing better than a music video with a midget.
You don't have to. Bounce with it.
Zeus was in this movie.
This one part was Dr. Evil and Mini-Me in the prison.
It is. They're rapping.
How to be. No crib on MTV. God only knows. Got my Mini-Me in the GP. See how it goes. Evil's all that I see. You ask me my name? G to the Rizzo. E to the Bizzo. I to the Lizzo. I'm a crazy we all knew that. Austin caught me in the first act. It's all backwards. What's with that? So I'll make a prophecy from the dogs to the Mini-Me. Give me an Escalade, a two-way bling-bling on eBay. Domino, stick that in your f***ing pocket.
Pipe.
For all my homies in Bruges.
There's a midget with the clock.
Cristal, my moto, a couple of... Why not? I got a buster move, dropping buster groove, feeling fine. Got an evil crew, gold member to lick my 9. Till then I'll on my... Brands up with on call and finger
fudge.
That's all. For shizzle my nizzle, y'all. This is a shout out to Hoover, God MC. You all know him. That's Jay-Z.
See, we got shout outs in on this show.
Well, I saw him in a restaurant once. Stick that in your. Yeah, I said.
Fudge. What'd the kid say?
Austin Powers.
Fruit. All right, enough of this bullshit.
My lasting memory from Goldmember is that there's a deleted scene with Mini-Me and Dr. Evil in prison that is so much funnier than anything else that actually made the movie.
In which one?
In Goldmember.
I actually got really angry because the second one was on demand in HD, and I wanted to see this fucking video in HD, and I played the entire goddamn movie.
It's in the third one.
And when you do the fast forward, it only goes double speed.
Yes.
You can't make it go like 3, 4, or 5 times speed. So I sat there for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it turns out it's not in that movie. It's in the other one.
You fool.
I was fucking pissed off. On the shit. Karen Angle had Abyss on the show, who had to remind her that his name was Chris Parks. Sat cross-legged, rocked back and forth.
Through the table.
I'm wondering what they're going to do when they get Foley. What do they need this man for? I don't know what they need the man for now. But with Foley, he's even more useless.
With Foley, they have a much better crazy guy.
So, anyway, he basically hit on her and then read her a poem, and she screamed and whimpered in her chair, but could not just get out of her chair and flee.
She was trapped in the chair.
Trapped in a chair. And finally he tore out his hair and he gave it to her. And she is the worst talk show host in television history.
Yes.
Where's the Karen Angle that we were all infatuated with when she first started?
I don't know.
She has gotten worse on a weekly basis. I don't even know how. She started out with more upside than anybody in TNA. And now, wretched.
It's a short shelf life, I guess.
Wretched.
But yes, Chris Parks sat down. He made sure we knew that he was Chris Parks. And he explained, you see, Abyss is a destructive, menacing force that destroys people. He said, that's Abyss. Chris Parks is a nice guy. But he explained, there's Abyss is always inside him trying to get out. Okay? That's what he said. Chris Parks is a nice guy, but Abyss is always inside him trying to get out. Okay? I get this concept. Then he immediately slams his fists together and says, Chris Parks and Abyss are one. Now I am completely confused. And I have no idea what's going on. Then he decided to read Karen a poem. I had no idea Abyss was such a wordsmith. He read her a great bad poem. I should have written down more of it, but yes, he involved like a pool of blood and tearing out his own hair.
It was not as good as Kane's and Lita's
wedding vows.
Wedding vows. Those will never be topped.
I hate you more than life itself. And, of course, when she finally finished, Kane gently said, that was lovely.
We gotta find that on YouTube.
That was a beautiful segment. That was much better than this bullshit here with Chris Parks and Karen Angle. And, yes, finally, he tore out his own hair, which I think he really did because it took about 5 tries to do. And then he left, and Karen kind of whined and cried, and it ended. Now you're looking up Kane.
I'm looking up Kane and Lita's vows on YouTube. I realized that YouTube killed his show last time, but I refuse to quit.
You have faith in YouTube.
Oh, Kane Lita wedding. It's right here.
And Trish in that outfit.
Oh, that was a good one. All right. Let's see. I wish we just had the vows. Would it be part 1, part 2, or part 3?
I would assume part 2.
Part 2? All right.
Part 1 was probably the entrance with Kane's music on cello. Part 3 is probably the part where Matt came out and ruined things. Somewhere in there, they did the vows.
Carrying my child. You are now.
Did he go first?
I don't remember.
My property.
Let's see here. Come on, YouTube. Don't let me down. I don't know. All right, we're still... Oh, there's Trish Stratus. You can't see this.
Terrible that on your big night...
God, she
You
looks
didn't
good.
even have a maid of honor. So
Wow. All right, let's go back to...
Very talented young lady.
Let's go back to the show, and then we'll... That was one of the greatest moments in wrestling history, when Trish came out in that outfit. I just wanted to say that. Why do these buttons not work on this goddamn mouse?
I ask again, is the old mouse still here?
It's somewhere, but I refuse to use it.
Why would you want to use a machine that works?
Because I want to use the one I just bought! Kane's doing his vows. This is lame.
Quietly, apparently.
Where are her vows at?
Commence. There's a man who has some leader. Massive occasion. Passages blossom.
This is all the Kane
Illustrate
stuff.
that the
Maybe
couple
that
has
is in
decided
part
to
2.
write their own.
All right, well, let's try this again. It's already loaded up.
The woman carrying my child.
I hate you, Kane, more than life itself. You are a vile, horrible man with no soul. And even though I have no choice but to marry you, I want to make it clear that I love, and I will always love, Matt Hardy.
Wow. Or not. How times have changed.
The only joy I have now in life is in hoping and praying for you to suffer a horrible accident, resulting in your painful and immediate death.
Painful
I
and immediate.
sincerely hope you rot in hell.
Kane's got a fine scowl.
And the white tux.
And the white tux.
I hate you, Kane, more than life itself.
Okay. God, what a great angle.
It was.
Hello?
I love you, won't you tell me your name?
Hello?
I love you, let me jump in your game.
Hello?
I love you, won't you tell me your name?
Hello?
I love you, let me jump in your game.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Maybe she went out.
You're kidding me.
Hello?
Granny? Granny?
Yes?
What's going on?
Not much.
We were just talking about you.
You have to talk louder. I can't hear you.
We're talking about how old you are and how you can't hear us anymore.
Oh, well, I hate the cell phone because it's awful.
Well, turn the volume up on it. There should be a volume button.
I don't know how to work it.
Granny.
Anyway, go ahead.
We were talking about how life sucked when you were a kid.
Oh, I don't think it was that bad.
And the Depression?
Well,
you think things were better back then than they are today?
Well, I mean, it was something that you got used to.
That makes it better.
That doesn't mean it was better.
I was too young anyway, but you know, I looked this up on the computer, and there's a lot of things I didn't know. For instance, I didn't even know the date. It was called Black Tuesday, October 29th, 1929, 5 days before I was born.
5 days before you were born.
Oh, you were actually born at the Depression.
Yeah.
Virtually ground zero.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, and when the stock market crashed, people were jumping out of windows, and it was just, you know, but I didn't know that at the time, but it's interesting to know now.
You didn't know that when you were born, Granny, when you popped out 5 days after that people were jumping out windows?
Of course not.
Now, Granny, this is the reason I bring this up, is because we were talking, you've mentioned many times that things are so horrible nowadays, and I look back at the Depression and the wars and everything that was going on when you were born, and things sound much, much worse back then.
Well, I don't really know how to explain it, but the things now are, I mean, there's so many bad things going on now that didn't go on then.
Like what? Name something.
Well, I don't know. All this stuff that's on TV that's bad, and
There is a lot of bad TV, that's true.
I think she's talking about all the news.
Oh.
Well, Granny, that was different, because when you were growing up, there wasn't even a TV to see the news.
well, that's true because when we went to, can I finish this? What I was going to do here?
I didn't know I interrupted you.
Well, I was going to tell you the story about it didn't. The Depression didn't get any better until, in fact, Herbert Hoover was president at the time, and Franklin Delano Roosevelt got elected in the end of 1932, and he created the Work Process Administration, which offered work relief for thousands of people.
Granny, you sound like...
So you're doing your homework.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of wrote this down, and my dad left home to work on a dam that was being built, and that was where we saved $1,000. A lot of your people know about this, but some of them might not. That we saved $1,000, and my cousin and the banker's son stole it from the bank.
No,
that's right. I heard this story.
Yeah,
that's horrible.
That's no fun.
And another thing, the Depression lasted for 12 years, and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And it ended when we went to World War II.
We went to war, that's right.
Yeah.
Plenty of people got
the
put
war,
to work.
The Depression ended and we went right to war.
Well, there was a lot of work for folks to do during the war.
War's profitable.
It brought us out of the Depression. That's right.
Yeah, the war ended in 1945.
Yeah.
After we dropped the bomb on Hiroshima.
Yeah. And Nagasaki.
Don't forget those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was 12 years old at the time, so that's pretty obvious.
You were 12 years old in 1945? You were older than that.
Wait a minute, I'm talking about 19...
when we went into the war.
Yeah, war started
the war
in
started.
41.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right, that's right. Oh, Granny just gave away her age.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Everybody knows I'm old.
So are we, Granny.
The exact number doesn't matter, right, Granny?
Yeah, and also, you probably didn't know that some of your relatives were in World War II. My one brother was in the Navy, and one brother was in the medics in the Army, and your grandpa was in the Navy, and he was stationed up in Alaska.
Granny, if you'd been just a little bit older, you'd have been on a line making artillery.
Well, yeah, it could have been, or I could have been working in the USO.
Yeah? Yeah. I would have thought that was something you would have done, Granny.
Well, I wasn't old enough, and besides, I was home taking care of the family.
That's
while
right.
While my mom was working.
Was she on the assembly line?
Oh, yeah, she worked for Boeing.
So she was
That definitely counts.
making airplanes.
Yeah, and so was my brother.
Granny, you narrowly missed World War I.
Oh, wait a minute. My dad was in World War I.
It was only 10 years. 10 years after you were born. Or before. So you were right on the tail end, sort of, historically, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Granny, my question was like, do you really think things are worse nowadays, or do you just think that we've got TV now to hear all about it?
Well, it's just a different kind of life altogether.
That's true.
It's so fast now and everything, and I just don't really adjust to a lot of things. Like when a doctor tells me I have to take pills, I don't really want to take them.
Well, Granny, sometimes it's important to take those pills.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Granny, we need you here on the show for the foreseeable future.
Hey, I'm healthy.
Okay, then. Was just telling you to take caffeine pills, for example? What?
Well,
we don't need to get
the
into
last couple
the
of days
details.
my back's been out pretty bad.
Uh-oh.
But it's better tonight.
Well, that's good. Now, did you lift something wrong?
Well, it hurt yesterday, but I went out and painted my porch anyway, so that probably didn't help any.
Granny, come on now.
Granny doesn't know how to take things easy.
No, she doesn't. Been a worker all her life.
I have to do all my own work, so...
That's
you know,
right.
You have to...
Now...
Only you had a grandson who could help you out.
Are you still riding your bike?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, see, Granny still gets her exercise. You get more exercise than Vince, Granny. Did you know that?
Oh, really?
Probably a better diet as well.
That's probably true, actually.
So, yeah. Well, Granny, that was an interesting history lesson today. We'll have to do another era next time.
Okay.
We could talk a little bit about the Eisenhower era.
Wow, that's funny. I don't remember too much about that.
Or the Kennedy administration.
Well, Granny, you may have been drinking heavily during that administration for all I know.
No. But you guys are into, like, the fights, boxing and stuff. I remember way back when one of the boxers got killed during a fight.
Well, that happens all the time, Granny.
I haven't heard too much of it recently.
One just died about 2 weeks ago, actually.
One was famous.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Boxing is dangerous, yes.
Far more people die in boxing than die in mixed martial arts, UFC, which is what we normally watch. I don't watch a lot of boxing, Granny. It's not really my thing, but here and there, So yeah, that'll do it for today, Granny. But do your homework on Eisenhower. I want some information about the 50s.
Okay.
Next time you're on, I'm going to ask you if the 50s were really like we saw in Leave It to Beaver, or if that was all BS.
Oh, all that stuff was really
Granny, don't
good.
reveal it now. Come on. Don't reveal it yet. You have to reveal it next time.
Okay.
We got to give people a tease for the next show.
Okay, let me know when the next thing is up in Marysville.
I actually know the date, but you may not be able to attend this one.
Why?
Well, it's not really a show. What they're doing is there's at the casino they're doing like some sort of all day dealia bob with a lot of different entertainment thingamajiggers. And we're going to be there throughout the day. It's the 29th, 30th, and September 1st. And
Jesus Christ.
I don't know what days I'll be there or when I'll be wrestling.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's the big casino?
That's at the big casino. But then in early September, there's going to be another show at the Boys and Girls Club.
Oh, okay. I'll wait till then.
But I'll let you know if it's...
She's made up her mind.
If it's easy for you to do August, we'll figure it out. But if not, September's probably a better date. Plus, Honky's coming back in September anyway.
Oh, okay. And you know it's supposed to start getting hot on Sunday.
Well, I sure hope so, because it's raining like a mother right now.
Poured rain today.
Yeah.
I had a sweater on this morning.
I wore a sweatshirt to the gym.
This is dumb.
This weather sucks. So that's it, Granny. We'll call you after a little while.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I think we called Granny a little late.
Did we?
She wasn't her usual chipper self, you know?
Oh, she's been doing homework all day. She's been studying.
Usually you can't silence her. This time there was a lot of breaks where she was just not speaking, and I had to jump in there, so...
Well, she's hard at work painting her porch.
No, she's not. It's midnight. She's getting ready to go to bed. Jesus, Vince, don't you listen to the old lady?
Painted her porch earlier.
The lovely old
I didn't
woman?
listen to her. That's how I know she painted her porch.
If she answers.
Hello?
Granny?
Yes?
What's going on?
Oh, I'm just sitting here. I found a Scrabble game on the computer, so I'm practicing trying to beat your mom and your sister.
Good thinking.
You're all playing together or something?
We always do.
Oh, how about that? That's possible over the computer?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they have...
Well, I knew it was possible. I just didn't know if you, Grandma, had the capabilities of doing this.
Oh, come on.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
Doubt Granny? Who are you to doubt Granny?
Granny still has a VCR, for crying out loud. How am I supposed to know she can play online games with other people? Ridiculous.
Yeah, there's one other person.
Well, how about that?
Did you get to play that song?
I was about to play it right now, Granny.
Oh, okay.
You have the song that you want us to play on this show.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Here we go. Spike Jones and his City Slickers.
Oh, never hit your grandma with a shovel. It makes a bad impression on her mind. In a better way, impart all the love things in your heart, for it's possible she may retort in kind. Remember, Granny's known you since a baby, and even though in fun would prove a shock, so respect her aged head. Stay the shovel and instead
her aged head.
Face your dear old sweet old grandma with a rock.
What?
A grandma with her grandchild.
Granny, are you sure you want me to listen to this?
The kitchen door of a quaint old-fashioned house built long ago. The little lass grew restless as on the evening wore.
What the hell
For
is he
she
playing
felt
out there?
the time was fleeting very slow. I must do something, cried the girl, and seized a nearby spade. But a passing stranger blocked her swing, whilst these wise words he said. Oh, never hit your grandma with a shovel. It makes a bad impression on her mind. In a better way, impart all the love things in your heart, for it's possible she may retort in kind. Remember, Granny's known you since a baby.
Just let other people do comedy stuff, we just sit
And
back.
even though in fun would prove a shock, so respect her aged head. Stay the shovel and instead face your dear old sweet old grandma with a rock. A great big rock.
Wow.
Granny, what compelled you?
That was good.
Thanks.
Where did this song come from, Granny? You were just searching YouTube for Hit Grandma with Shovel?
No, well, remember I told you a while back that I like Spike Jones because he played some crazy music, something like you play on there. And I just went through it, and I was looking at all the songs, and that one came up, and I thought, oh, that's got to be one that Bryan has to play.
That was crazy.
Now, Granny, are you endorsing that I should hit you with a rock?
No.
Okay. Well, he said don't hit Granny with a shovel, but go ahead and hit her with a rock.
A great big rock.
Apparently.
Don't hit your granny with anything.
Or she may
I
hit
don't
back.
think you listened to the whole song, Granny.
Well, Granny, I think Granny would beat me if I tried to hit her with a rock. So
with a shovel.
Granny, I hear you're keeping cool here in this hot weather.
Oh, I sure am. I got my air conditioner going, I got my fan going, and I'm just really comfortable, except I haven't been feeling very good. I went to the doctor and I came home sick, and I've been sick ever since.
You went to the doctor and you came home sick.
You need a new doctor.
Maybe. Are you sure this wasn't a quack?
I'm allergic to doctors, is what it is.
I see.
Mm.
Wow.
Well, I went down to give blood, and then I came home, and I've been just kind of sick ever since. My back went out, and I've had the flu, and
Jesus.
I just wonder if maybe the gal that took the blood didn't clean the needle or something.
I would guess that she did, Granny, but you never know. Maybe
I know.
Maybe you gave too much blood. Maybe you gave part of your soul. Is that possible?
It's what?
Never mind. Granny, what possessed you to go give blood?
Well, I just wanted to make sure that my iron and anything like that was okay, you know.
And then you just gave some of it away?
No.
Stop. Didn't you just say you gave blood?
Well, yeah, I gave blood to be checked for different things that might be wrong with me.
I thought you meant you gave blood like at a blood drive. You donated blood.
No.
Don't be silly,
Let's
Bryan.
not be ridiculous here. I see what you mean, Granny. So what
yeah, I haven't heard back from her, so I think I'm okay.
Well, I would guess so. It's been 2 weeks now?
No. Well, let's see. It was Monday a week ago, so it's been about a week and a half.
I think you're all right, Granny. Usually if there's a pressing matter, they usually get back to you pretty quickly.
I think so.
Okay. Well, that's good, Granny. I mean, you're normally in pretty tip-top shape. Been riding your bike much of late?
Oh, yes. Yes, I've been.
What does that mean? By the way, what does that mean when you say your back went out? I want to go back to that very quickly. What does that mean? I've heard people say that a lot of times, my back went out. And
it hurts, and I can't walk very far. I walk about half a block, and I have to sit down.
Really?
I think it's a pinched nerve or something.
Wow, maybe you need to go back for that acupuncture. Didn't that work for a while?
Well, yeah, that works fine, but I found out with that, it's fine, but you have to go back all the time, and it's like $80 per session.
Your Medicaid doesn't help with acupuncture because it's an alternative therapy?
No, it doesn't help. No, they don't pay for that.
Wow, well, that's too bad.
Yeah.
But they'll give you pain pills.
I didn't hear that last part.
But they'll give you pain pills or something.
I don't know. I don't really like to take pain pills, but my back's bad enough that I think I would now.
Yeah, well, Granny, maybe you should not go back to that same doctor, but maybe find... Have you ever thought about getting like a massage, Granny? Maybe that would help.
Well, she said something about therapy, but I've had that. I've had therapy, and I can just do whatever they do there. I can do at home.
That's true.
Different exercises.
Well, we'll give you some exercises, and you can do them at home, Granny.
I can.
Yeah, well, go in there. I mean, sure, your Medicaid pays for that.
Well, we'll see what happens. If it's not better by Monday, I'm going back in.
All right. Well, it's always good to set a deadline for your health.
Okay. Oh, how's it going with the China?
The Super China Buffet.
The Olympics? Oh.
God, I'd forgotten all about Super China Buffet. I guess it's in about a week now, Granny. Are you planning on attending?
Just depends on where it is.
Well, we haven't quite figured that out yet, but so far I believe it'll be me and you and Vinny, and Buddy, and we'll see who else in the Empire ends up going as well. Craig, of course, will be there. So that's 5 people, and we'll have to find out. I guess we'll have to decide by Monday where it is we're going to go, so we'll have to get Craig on the show sometime this weekend.
Yeah, well, don't make it too far away, or I won't be able to go.
We'll try and figure something out that ain't too far away there, Granny.
That sounds good.
Even if it ends up being Emerald Queen.
Is it going to be on a Sunday?
Not Emerald Queen. What am I talking about? Tulalip. Yeah, it'll be on Sunday.
Oh, that'll interrupt my pinochle playing.
Well, you'll have to just, once a year, you can miss out on Pinochle, Granny.
I guess so.
All right, well, we're going to wrap this up, Granny, but we'll call you next week and we'll give you the final update on the Super China Buffet Day.
Oh, okay.
All righty, Granny. I'll talk to you after a little while.
Okay.
All right, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Short and sweet, that segment right there.
Is Granny listed on the member benefits page?
She should be.
She should be. You get Granny.
Yeah, you get Granny and her song requests.
And her musical choices.
Like I'm a DJ here all of a sudden. Awfully loud little ring right there.
Hello?
What's going on, Granny?
Not too much.
Just calling to see what's happening.
Oh, a little of this and a little of that. I found out who's going to be on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, really? There's an update.
Yeah.
Well, give it to us then. How about that? Hello?
What's that? Can I?
What's happening, Granny? Can you hear us?
Not very well. You're going in and out.
Oh, all right. Let's try it again. Give us the scoop on Dancing with the Stars.
Okay. Susan Lucci's going to be on. She's the one that's on All My Children.
Has she been on that show for like 25 years or something?
Yeah, she's been on the soaps for 38 years.
Oh,
38 years. How old is she?
I looked it up. She's 62, and Cloris Leachman, she's going to be on it, and she was born in 1926. I can't believe she's going to be on there.
My God, Granny, that's older than you. Not that that's
I know.
old or anything, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, and then that Ted McGinley that was on Married with Children.
The husband of the native.
Darcy. Jefferson Darcy?
Yeah, Marcy Darcy thing.
Yes.
He was the husband.
That's right.
Yeah, other than that, I don't know any of the rest of them.
None of the rest of them,
I think,
There's a football player I know.
Yeah, I think there's a football player, but I don't know what his name is.
His name is Warren Sapp. He's a fat guy who talks a lot.
Oh, okay. He's on the top of my list. Yeah, he was on there first. Yeah.
He's at the top of your list, huh?
Well, that's who they had coming, as I wrote them down.
I see. Well, that's pretty cool there, Granny.
Well, other than that, I've been kind of depressed because I've been doing some dumb stuff.
Uh-oh.
Like what kind of dumb stuff?
Well, Bryan knows some of it, but
I do?
I don't feel... Well, you know what I did with the computer and with the PayPal and all.
You had some computer problems there.
Yeah, anyway, I didn't feel so bad after, I'm not going to mention any names, but there's a few people that have done some dumb things recently, and I wanted to tell you about them. This one, he was...
Granny, I just want to know why it's all such a mystery. Like you sat here and you said, I did some dumb things, but I can't tell you what it is. And some other people have done some dumb things, but I can't tell you who they are.
Well, yeah, it's relative, but I wanted to tell you what happened.
Okay, well, tell me what happened.
He was downstairs watching this movie, and he really liked it, so he came upstairs and said to his wife, you should watch that movie. And she looked at him and said, what movie was it? So he told her, and she said, oh, we just went to see that a couple of weeks ago.
Uh-oh.
He had forgotten?
Yes, he'd forgotten.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
And then another relative was walking around the house all day, couldn't figure out why they couldn't take something out of their pants pocket, and found out that had the pants on backwards.
That's also bad. That one's a little harder. Was that my dad? Because he often wears his shirts inside out and backwards.
No. And then another one, this couple's gone on vacation, and he went ahead of her, and she was going to meet him later, and she came home and found his clothes in the dryer. He hadn't taken his clothes.
These are all relatives.
All relatives.
Wow.
Yeah, Vince, I wanted to tell you, too. I saw on TV that Amazon's looking for some top executives.
Well, I'll be sure to apply.
He's looking for work, that's true.
Perhaps they'll do with the lower executive.
Granny, we hadn't even mentioned on this show that Vince was unemployed, so now you've just told the world.
Uh-oh. I just thought he might improve what he's at.
I see. So fishing and hunting news and an executive at Amazon. Well, you can be light.
That would probably pay more.
Did you know that you're not coming in very good, Bryan?
I'm sorry, but go on.
Anyway, they're looking for 200 people.
200 executives?
Yeah, that's what it said. Top people.
Wow.
Well, I'll see what I can do. I am very tall. Maybe that way I'll be a top executive.
And he's fat. He may count for 2 executives.
Sure.
And I guess the pay's pretty good, too.
Yeah? Granny, what'd you think of Super China Buffet Day since you were there?
Oh, it was good.
Yeah.
That food was delicious.
It was better than last year when you complained that there was no mashed potatoes?
Yeah, that was my favorite,
I know, that was your favorite. I made sure that the place we went this year had mashed potatoes.
Well, too bad, though, that your picture didn't turn out very good.
Yeah, well, it was... Why don't you tell the story, Vinny, about why the picture didn't turn out very good?
Because you didn't bring a camera.
Why don't you tell the true story?
Well, the truth is, you said bring a camera. I said okay. And
that's because you see a camera around here? It's not here. It's not even in the state. I don't have a camera right now.
I see.
So I said, Vinny, bring a camera to Super China Buffet Day.
And I did.
And you did.
And I pulled it out.
And?
The batteries were dead.
Good going, Vince. So yes, we'd use my cell phone, which ended up with a pretty crappy little photo, but what can you do? But Granny,
well, you know what?
Go ahead.
You know what the shame of the whole thing is? I've got a beautiful camera here that I can develop my own pictures. But I remembered last year they wouldn't let us take pictures at the casino.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, we were in a different place here, so they were cool with this one.
The staff was actually taking photos of people.
Yeah, they did. We had somebody on the staff actually take the pictures for us.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
But how come you didn't put it on the internet?
I haven't gotten around to it yet. I've been a little busy. Now, Granny, I heard you lost a little bit of money at the casino.
Well, my usual. $20.
So it wasn't too bad.
You're losing the house.
I kind of made a decision, though. I
made a decision. How about next year you don't gamble and you pay for your own food?
Gotcha on that one, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, actually.
Yeah, but I put down quite a bit for a tip, though.
Sure. We need to bring that to the board's attention. I'll ask that right now. Do you tip at a buffet? I've never even heard of anybody tipping at a buffet. And I've been to a lot of buffets in my life. Maybe you do.
Well,
I think you should tip for... In this country, you tip for pretty much any service. And the waitress is, in fact, bringing you drinks and clearing your plates away.
When I pay $25 for a buffet, and all she's doing is bringing me some drinks here and there, it just doesn't seem right.
I got to thinking I might have went a little bit overboard.
You don't say it, I told you that, Granny, you were going overboard.
I know, but she did a good job.
She did do a good job, but not like $40 in tips worth.
But you know the bad part of it is she probably has to put that in a pot and they all split it.
Indeed. So you were paying for everybody else, Granny.
Yeah, so I kind of learned my lesson.
Oh, well, Granny, we're going to let you go here, but I presume you're on for Super China Buffet Day next year.
I sure am, if I'm still around.
Let's hope you are.
Just keep your fingers crossed that I don't do anything more stupid.
You don't kick off?
No, it's doing just dumb things from day to day.
Okay, well, we'll hope you don't do any stupid things from day to day, Granny.
Okay.
All right, we'll call you in another couple weeks.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This here's from Ed. What's up, Chico and Vinny?
What's up?
Just want to let anyone know, that after 8 years of carrying Bryan on Observer Live, let alone all the other shows that I carry, I've started my own show, The Drunk Cast, which made its debut on Blog Talk Radio this past Friday. As you can see, also outdated.
Indeed. This past Friday is many, many past Fridays ago.
We had a fun show with my co-host Klitz and the Peach Machine and many callers like Chico, the Cancer, M-Rob, and Mike Sawyer. Now, this show is not for everyone, and if you are easily offended, do not check it out. But if you like to hear drunk-ass people talk shit, then you will love it. My next show will be this Friday at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, and it will be a Vegas retro show with members of the board who survived and made it home. Anybody who wants to be on the show and hasn't gotten with me, just send me a PM and I will tell you when to call.
Don't send him a PM. Don't call.
Vinny, since Chico was on this week, I hope you will be on as well.
I fucked up. I apologized, Ed. I apologized to him that day. I called him like 5 minutes after the show ended and said, I'm sorry.
What an idiot.
I fucked up.
What can you do? But the show is still on, and we won't just be talking about Vegas this week, so check it out. Blog Talk Radio, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific on Fridays. So Josh, a.k.a. Nightfall, I signed up a long time ago and never used my shout-out, so here it is. B&V. I'm going through some tough things.
I was hoping that would be it.
I'm never really sure about these. I'm going through some tough things right now. My ex and I got in a huge argument. She made up some bullshit, and now I only get to see my 14-month son 3 hours a week, supervised. It is the worst time in my life, and I can't help but think about it all day long.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the fact that you contacted us.
My son is the most important thing in my life. I just wanted to let you guys know that while listening to your shows, it takes my mind off things and I can enjoy myself. All trolling aside, you guys do a great job, so thank you and keep calling Brent. I could be on my deathbed, and hearing that Jew would put me in a better mood. Thanks! That's from Josh, a.k.a. Nightfall.
Okay, well,
Josh, I hope things get better for you.
Yeah.
Whenever I read these things, I'm never sure if people are full of shit or not, but I believe you, Josh.
Could be, in fact, BSing, but let's assume for now that he's not, that he's actually going through this trauma, and we'll say, hope things get better, and we can't help you, so...
And we can't help you with Brent, although if you were in the area...
Sorry!
Yeah. Bryan and Vinny, this is Ultimate of Wrestle Hut 2000, the new moderator of it, in fact. I signed up right before the awesome barbed wire Christmas tree TNA script B&V show last year. That was a great show, by the way. And decided to send this in. Available in the archives right now. First off, I want everyone to know that I am the #1 ranked TNA player on 4down.org, meaning that I've won the second season when it comes to TNA predictions. This means I understand TNA the most.
Kill yourself now. Which
I find funny because I barely watch that stupid fucking show. My tips for next season for all of you are don't watch it. It works. Okay.
I endorse this plan heartily.
My shout-outs to Bryan, Vinny, who we would still welcome with open arms at Wrestle Hut. Bryan's harmonica, please play it. How was that?
You're quick on the draw. Beautiful.
That was a horrible song right there. But I tried. Dr. Keith, Dave Meltzer, Nut Bunnies, Cletus, the 1984 Bengals, Jerusalem.
1984.
Dave Sex, Mob, Weekly Font, Link Numbers, The Rob, Tuss, Cap and Andy, Come Lord Ron Paul, Raving Sock Monkey, Free Market Gravy, Mass Raper.
You can't use people's names. These are random words drawn out of a hat.
McFreeze and Strenuous Man Flurry.
Except that one.
And most of all, Banjo. Sorry, goons, if I forgot some names. You're all great. Fuck offs to TNA. Join the site, freeloaders. It's a fucking steal. Probably well over the limit by now, so I'm sorry, Bryan. Keep up with the great work. Hulkamat!
Ooh!
To the back!
Shut your ass!
I want everybody on the board to shut up.
Mike Hadley.
Yeah.
Message received at 12:15 p.m.
Hello?
End of message.
Can you hear me? Hey, can you guys hear me? Like an 8-ball, and just meet me at the hotel.
I love you, man. I love you. Yeah, motherfucker, man.
Done, Josh.
Fuckers!